Good. You can edit.
Um, so now we got that squared away.
Yes.
So, like I said, Robin, I just kind of wanted to let you share, your experience, your journey. We've obviously been working with you for quite some time. There's been a lot of tears. It started off as,
Yes.
I think, tears of sadness, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then there's been a lot of tears of joy, which has been great.
Really. Yes.
But, when you first started with us, what was your situation like then? You could just kind of start us there.
I have had neuropathy for many years, probably 15 plus years, and it has progressed, to the point where um, I was having severe pain daily. I would spend 3 or 4 hours every day crying because it hurt so bad. I wasn't. I also had hypersensitivity, so even though my feet were numb, I couldn't stand to touch them. And any topical medication that I needed to put on, I couldn't stand to touch my legs and feet to just rub lotion or anything in. And medication was not working. It was just getting worse and worse. My feet felt like that I had them in a container of ice water, and it would hurt so bad, but I couldn't warm my feet up because if I touched my feet with my hands, they were warm to touch. They weren't cold. I couldn't warm them up. They were not cold, but they felt like they were in ice water, and it hurt so bad that I knew that neuropathy is a chronic, progressive problem that was only going to get worse. And I was completely helpless to do anything about it. And I was completely hopeless that my life would be anything better. I was in the very darkest, deepest place that I could be. And I just did not want to continue living that way. I was so depressed and so hopeless. And I ran across the advertisement for the webinar, and I was just ready to grasp at any straw that I could. And if I could just keep it from getting any worse, then maybe I could tolerate it. Maybe I could make it. And little did I know that not only could I stop it from getting any worse, but the treatment that I've been fortunate to have has actually improved my condition uh, to the point that I cannot believe how much it has improved. I no longer have pain every day. I no longer have episodes that I cry and yell and scream in pain when I have to touch my feet. Within a week, I could feel my toes for the first time in years. I almost rubbed blisters on the bottom of my toes where I was wiggling my toes so I could feel them. It, I couldn't believe it that I could feel them. And then I was amazed that I could walk across the carpet with no shoes and socks on and it not hurt. I was amazed that I could walk on my sidewalk without shoes on and I could actually walk without hobbling, without crying. Um, it was just amazing to me. I had no idea that there was treatment that would help me that much. I'm still in awe and amazement that just less than a year ago, I was at the very bottom with no hope and no hope at all. And now it's almost like a distant memory sometimes. I get emotional when I talk about remembering it because I realize how really horrible it was. And it was a daily, everyday thing. And now I hardly even think of it because I don't experience that anymore. And, they're not perfect. Sometimes they hurt, but nothing like they did. I can, I can, I used to would, and it sounds awful, but I would put off going to the bathroom because it hurt so bad to get up and walk across the floor. And I give that not even a second thought, not even a second thought to jump up and walk across the floor. I can't express how much it has changed my life. How grateful I am to have found this treatment that you have given me so much support and so much encouragement that besides the treatment for my feet, just the encouragement, just the understanding that somebody really understands what I was going through and how desperate I was to have some relief has meant the world to me. It has meant the world to me. And I just can't express enough how wonderful this whole experience is.
Oh, Robin,
And amazing. That's my word, amazing. That's the only way I can describe this whole experience is that it is amazing to me that I just stumbled across you. I just stumbled across you, and where would I be now if I hadn't? Where would I be? It was not looking good, and I'm so happy and thankful.
well, we love you,
I
Robin.
just can't even express it enough.
Yeah, and you've done the work, right? We helped you. You did the work.
It has been, it's difficult at times, to do what I need to do. And sometimes I fail a lot. I fail a lot. And I think, gosh, if I could do everything that I'm supposed to do all the time, where would I be? I know I would be even better. And, I don't even know if I can even comprehend that, even being better than what I am. But I know there's more improvement to happen. I know that. And I can actually scratch the side of my leg. I couldn't even touch it before, and I can scratch it if it itches.
Yeah,
I couldn't even touch it before. It's amazing. Amazing.
you're amazing, Robin. We're so proud of you. Uh,
Thank you so much.
we appreciate. Hey, Robin, one last thing. Before you got started with us, did you have any apprehension?
I did. I thought, I didn't want to be let down again with something else that didn't work. I tried everything I had tried, and nothing helped. And I thought, and it was a big investment. And I thought, oh, I was so leery and didn't trust myself. I just didn't think it could happen. But I was going to listen to the spiel. I'd listen to the spiel. But then the questions that you ask, did I ever have this feeling or that feeling, or did this ever happen? And the one example that stands out the most is when you mentioned, have you ever had to wear sandals or flip flops with a three-piece suit because it hurt to put on socks and shoes? Now, if you've never experienced it before, you wouldn't know that little detail. That's the top things that made me believe that it has to be true. You really have to understand, or you wouldn't know that little scenario. How many times have I dressed up in a nice dress and not have any shoes that I can wear with it that look appropriate? How many times have I wanted to dress a certain way and I can't because the shoes is always the problem. I don't have the right shoes that I can wear because they hurt. And it's hard to wear tennis shoes with a nice dress, um, I've been in so many shoes, the heel of the shoe, because I can't stand to put the whole shoe on. I slide my foot in it and just bend the heel down. And it's embarrassing sometimes, but you can't stand to do it any other way. That type of thing, nobody that I'd ever dealt with, doctors, anyone, had understood that. They didn't automatically know that. You knew that in order to ask the question. And that's what convinced me that you know what you were talking about and that it was legitimate because, people that don't have neuropathy don't know that. They would never think of that. It was those things. And as you gave examples, do you ever have this problem or that problem? And you were looking for people that they were checking 4 or 5 or 6 boxes. And then you might see somebody, oh, well, they've got 9 or 10 boxes. Wow. And then when I had 15, 16, 17 boxes checked, you know, uh, oh, then when you talked to me, you wanted to see if I was too far advanced to be helped. And you told me I was right on the line. I was right on the line to where I could still be helped. And I was so afraid that it was too late. And then within 1 week, I could feel my toes. Unbelievable. I never ever imagined. It has been the most important thing in my life in the last 20 years to help me to live, help me to live,
You
not
are
just live abundantly, but to live even just to live. But now I'm living abundantly, so much better. It's amazing. That's the only word I have. Amazing.
you're amazing.
Thank you.
All right, I'll stop that recording. Thank you so much.